Moonwalk, new story from Reading Street, grade 4. Please use these links to listen to the story, to watch a video about drawing conclusion. Now, what is the meaning of superlative? Superlative means I am comparing three things or three people or more, three or more people, three or more things, three or more places. Of course, not all the time I'm going to compare two. If I want to compare two girls, how the two of them, who's the taller? Okay, for example, who is the taller? Which one is taller than the other? Sometimes also I want to compare one girl to the other girls in the class, or I want to compare this building to the other buildings in the street, or I want to compare this bird, this parrot, to the other birds that I know. So I need to use superlative adjectives. So I'm comparing three or more people or things or animals or places. This story takes place on the moon. So let's discuss and talk about the moon and facts about the moon. Facts about the moon. The moon is the Earth's only natural satellite. What is a satellite? It's a space body that orbits a planet. So the Earth, a space body that orbits or rotates around Earth, is the moon. And of course it's natural. It's not like these other satellites that people made for TV channels. And the other fact is the moon orbits the Earth every 27.3, like 28 days. Facts about the moon. The effect of gravity is only about 1/5 as strong on the surface of the moon compared to the strength of gravity on the surface of the Earth. Means that's why we can see that the astronauts look like floating or flying on the moon, not like the way we walk on the Earth. These are some examples of short adjectives that have one syllable or one vowel. Big, one syllable, which is one vowel, which is the I. Small, tall, short, slow, and quick. There are also many other adjectives. Some adjectives, they are short adjectives also, but they end in a consonant and then Y. They end in a Y, like happy, tiny, snowy, and tasty. The first person to set foot on the moon was Neil Armstrong. So I look at the sentence I have to write, or I have to correct, or I have to answer. And if it is a short adjective, I look at the adjective. If it is a short adjective, like big, small, tall, slow, they have only one syllable, then I consider how many things or how many things I need to compare. If I need to compare two things, I add er and then than. If I compare two things or two people, I add er and then than. Tall, taller than. Small, smaller than. Short, shorter than. Slow, slower than. Other facts about the moon is that it's very hot during the day and very cold during the night. The comprehension skill in this story is to learn how to draw a conclusion. Why do we need to draw a conclusion? This will help us, or this helps us to understand any story or any text that we read. We look for details, we look for facts, look for details in the picture or details in the story, and then we can draw conclusion and understand the situations. In this picture, you can see that all the people in the park are enjoying their time except this man and his daughter. Why do you think they seem to be leaving? Why are they leaving the park? But if you look up to the sky, you're gonna see that there is the sky is cloudy, dark clouds, and it's starting to rain. So the man and his daughter, what the conclusion that we can draw here, that they are leaving because there is a rainstorm approaching. Let's move to the vocabulary words. The first word is loomed, and loomed, as you can see in the picture, means dim and vague figure or shape that may be scary or that we cannot understand. A rill is a long, narrow valley on the surface of the moon. A runt is an animal or person or a plant that it is smaller than usual. You can see in this picture these two puppies. One is of the usual shape, which is the usual size, which is on the left, but the other one is a runt, which is much smaller than the usual size. Staggered means became unsteady or wavered, wobbled, shook from side to side. Summoning. There are many meanings to this word, but here we have it as to rousing. Summoning means stirring to action, rousing to action, calling upon. When I summon someone, I call upon this person to help me to do something for me. Taunted means mocked, reproached, jeered at, laughed at. As you can see in the picture, the girl is laughing at the other boy. Taunted. So, what is the genre of the story? This story is a science fiction because all the events in the story happen on the moon, people living on the moon, a family, and this is a science fiction and it happens in the future.